So what I'm really excited about for the DiSSCo project is what we're going to find, because there's so much unknown in the collections.
And I think also it's just so nice to have this support, you know, and really galvanise everyone's attention around digitising collections, because we know at this time of biodiversity crisis, these data have never been more urgent. Welcome to the herbarium at the Royal Botanic Garden Edinburgh. We have about 3 million specimens here in these cabinets behind me, and it's a very significant collection of dried plant specimens, not only for Scotland and the UK, but also for the rest of the world. And I thought I would show you a good example of how relevant digitising our collections is today. Hieracium is a genus in the daisy family, Asteraceae. We have a very large collection of this genus in our British collections for Scotland, but we also have lots of specimens from elsewhere in the world, including Europe. Every herbarium specimen is a moment in time and a moment in space that represents biodiversity where it was growing at that time. So here's a specimen collected in 1729, and here's another one actually collected from right here in the garden in 1889. Same group of plants, lots of time in between the two of them, and I can assure you that there are many more that were collected, in fact, just last year. When we add all of these specimens together, they tell us a lot about biodiversity and how it's changing over time.
So Natural Sciences in National Museum Scotland has a number of different natural science collections collected over the last 200 to 300 years. For instance, here we have a small fraction of the Pelham Clinton collection of moths, mostly from the UK. These were collected over a period of 50, 55 years. And in incredible detail. There's 35,000 specimens in the collection. These were all collected when he was the curator here at National Museum Scotland. But this was his hobby, this was part-time. So the moths were very separate from the rest of the collection. And in so doing, we have the notebooks. And he recorded everything in huge detail. What he saw whilst he was collecting was also recorded in the diaries, maybe not collected. So that in addition to the 35,000 specimens, there are 250,000 or so observational records of insects during that time frame. If you put all this type of information together with other collectors around the world in different places, you have a really powerful tool that will give you information about environmental change, biodiversity changes in different places at different times. The data that's in there is actual gold dust for us today, trying to understand the environment and environmental changes.
The power of these data in helping us to understand how biodiversity is changing, how it might react to ongoing climate change, and what we might predict of the future. These are the most accurate, powerful data we have to answer those questions.
Yeah. It's a research infrastructure, a major research infrastructure for the whole world. And so that is a really comforting thought, I think. Biodiversity in action.
Absolutely, yeah.